Did I get the upper cathedral key? Because that's apparently what I need. Fuck no, I don't have it. Where the fuck do I get this shit? Oh, it was that fucking corpse? God damn it. You'll need to go to Yahar Ghul and grab a key. I'll send you the, details. Right, I posted the, link to the key location in chat. Stairs overlooked by Amygdala. Okay. Alright, you still here? Oh, the fucking tiny Nitros, man. Hua. Yeah, I can hear you now. I sent you both a link in chat to the Cathedral Ward key, and also, I took a, 1-minute video of me getting it on PSN, and I sent that to you in a message, so you should be able to see that as well.
Yeah.
So that'll show you where to get that, and then we can do the Upper Cathedral Ward. that's fine. Bullets are mostly cheap. Depending on what kind of bullets you're getting. I'm trying to buy, there's a Chiappa Rhino I want to buy. I understand it's not, like, the highest quality gun, but, you know, they don't make Matsubas anymore. Not that they made very many of those in the first place, but you know what I mean. The Chiappa's kind of the next best option, and it's still pretty good. I think I'm confident enough to defend the Chiappa Rhino a little bit. But there's a really cool one I found that's modeled after a gun that I like from a video game. So I'm trying to get that. Bidding's low at the moment, but it could easily go into like the higher amounts, and then I wouldn't be able to get it. But hopefully it'll stay low. It won't, but it'd be nice, you know, if something like worked out. It's like every fucking gun I have ever bid on, with like the exception of one, has always like fucking, I've either lost it the last possible second, or it's gone into like fucking thousands of dollars for no fucking reason, even when the gun isn't worth thousands.
Yeah, that's right.
It's annoying as shit. It's like I'm bidding on a gun that maybe maximum is worth $500, and some fucking asshole bids like $4,000 on it. It makes me wonder if they actually pay $4,000 for the fucking gun like an idiot, or if my brain isn't working. Or if, like, they rescind their bid, like, afterwards and, like, fuck up the whole thing. Because, like, you can't do that on Gunbroker or other websites. You get banned because they have your fucking state ID and shit.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm just annoyed. I've lost, like, hundreds of fucking auctions on firearms because bidding on firearms sucks. There's always some fucking prick who's fucking, like, got the tab open, is refreshing it, like, 500 times a second. Anyway, after you get the key, you just go to the, Odin Chapel, like, it's the Cathedral Ward lamp, and then you remember where you went to go to get the, fucking Ludwig's badge to get the sword you're currently using?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
The sword you're using, you remember where you got the badge? The Healing Church's workshop? You go up there, and then you go to the top, and there's a locked door, and the key that you got from Yahar Ghul opens that door.
Oh, fuck is this?
Where are you right now? Oh, yeah. Well, my instructions were very, very, direct. You just run out the thing, go up to the side. These fucking things. I don't like these things. They should die. Yeah, she's the one resurrecting all the guys. She was loaded. Strapped, even. Yeah, it's below you. There's also a tiny Tonitrus in that box if you want it. Yeah, there's just the two heavy guys. And if you fucking charge up a heavy attack on him, he'll die in like one hit. But you could also just use a Hunter's Mark to go back to the lamp. Man. Oh, you already got the tiny Tonitrus? I like that its fucking descriptor adjective is tiny. Like a little baby one. I fucking guess.
Alright. Hold on, because I think alright, so I know where the other, or at least one of the bloody,
Yeah, there's one at the bottom of the Cathedral Ward's Healing Church thing. You should probably go get that. Considering you have to go get that if you want to fight the final boss with me.
Yeah, the workshop.
Oh shit! I just realized, one of us isn't going to be able to help the other.
What?
Because when you beat the final boss, it automatically puts you in New Game Plus.
Shit.
So that
I might as
means,
well help. I might as well help you. It's fine.
yeah, for on camera.
Or,
I still think you need the umbilical cords, though, to be summoned for it.
yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do it fine.
Yeah, because I got all 4 of them, and I ate all 4 of them just to be safe. I should get the super good ending.
What would that be? Everyone that
I don't know.
dies is back to life?
Carcinization? You turn into a giant crab?
No, good. That reminds me, doesn't the doll take care of us with the blood and make us into like a better great one or whatever?
Yes, so she can fulfill her dream of the ultimate hentai. She's going to fucking grow you into the most powerful tentacle monster that has ever existed.
Super Cthulhu.
I guess. Like, you finish the game and you turn into a fucking cuttlefish. Like, come on, man. Cephalopods for life, apparently.
Am I supposed to be summoning you for this or not?
Oh, for the Cathedral Ward thing? I mean, you can if you want. I'd have to fucking go back to the thing. Give me a sec.
Or at least we're doing something together,
Yeah, wait, can I even be summoned? Because you've defeated the boss in this area already. Oh, let me check. Where are you standing right now? Are you standing in the chapel?
Yeah, I'm upstairs in the chapel. I just went up the elevator.
Okay, stay where you are. Give me a second to run up there, because I don't think we can summon from across zones.
So the minigun dude.
Yeah, I'm not 100% certain of the specifics for Bloodborne's multiplayer restrictions, because I didn't do as much multiplayer in Bloodborne as I did in the other games. I got real familiar with the zoning specifics for the other Souls games, specifically Dark Souls 2 and 3. Dark Souls 2's is the most annoying by far. Okay, yeah, I'm standing in the first room next to the chest and the machine gun board. Yeah, let me just activate my thing.
No, I can't.
Yeah, it's because this area is technically part of the Cathedral Ward where Vicar Amelia is, so I don't think you can summon me. Yeah, you should be able to do it in like 5 minutes. You should be fine. I mean, yeah, you can also just run past every single enemy in the zone. How rude. And we're back.
Kind of upset that I let everyone die because I wanted to help you, but alright.
Man, you're saying that like it's my fault. You could have saved them.
It is your fault. It always is your fault.
I will say, compared to the other Souls games, Bloodborne's the only one that, like, looking at the game and what you actually do, yeah, you probably could have done all of the events of Bloodborne in one night, as opposed to, like, Dark Souls or Elden Ring or Dark Souls 2 or whatever, where it's clearly supposed to be taking you, like, fucking forever to do all these things. Like, in-universe.
Doesn't it technically take you an unquantifiable amount of time in most of them?
Yeah, where it's like, it's supposed to be, there's the implication that these places are actually much further apart than they are in universe, or they are in game. Like Dark Souls 2, it's supposed to be you're traversing like an entire country, but the distances are fucked up in Dark Souls 2, so it doesn't really work. But yeah, it's implied that it's taking a long time. Whereas Bloodborne, yeah, I could see everything in Bloodborne happening over the course of like 14 hours.
That'd be the worst fucking night of your goddamn life, huh?
Yeah. Well, it's because everything in Bloodborne makes a lot more sense to me spatially in my brain, and there's not really... Like, the only things that would be difficult are the, like, bosses as time sinks. But the actual, like, traversal, yeah, I could see you just running over here and doing all this shit, like, one after the other. Because nothing is really far away from anything in Bloodborne. It's all kind of orbiting around Yharnam. Which itself appears to be in the middle of the fucking ocean, apparently. Considering it's surrounded by water on all sides.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically an island.
I fucking guess. It's kind of weird. It's like, what if London was fucking in the middle of the Pacific or something?
I mean, can we prove that it's not anymore when all the Elder Scrolls come?
Wrong side of the planet, but okay.
Find the Atlantic. Same difference.
Ah, I want this gun so badly. It doesn't help that this gun is entirely unique. It's been customized and shit, which makes my fucking OCD go off even harder. It's like, you know how when you play video games and you're like, I need to collect all the unique items? I'm like that in real life, but also with fucking video game items. Where it's like, you know how you want all the unique swords in Dark Souls? I want all the unique swords in Dark Souls and in real life.
I mean, yeah, I see it.
I own a great sword. It's cool.
You label it with great on it.
No, because I'm not an idiot. But yeah, I want all the unique items. Like, I spent fucking way too much time getting all of the unique items in every single fucking Souls game. Dark Souls 2 is the only Souls game I still need achievements in, and that's because I have Scholar, and Scholar has annoying achievements that are that were not actually. Scholar made it so that all the DLC items count towards the base game's collection achievements, which is not true in the original game. Same thing for Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls Remastered. The Knight's Honor achievement did not count towards DLC items in Dark Souls 1, but in Remastered it does, which is why I don't want to perfect Remastered the way I perfected Dark Souls 1, because it took me a long time to get all the achievements in Dark Souls 1. I don't fancy doing that with fucked up drop rates that are in the Remastered version.
I mean, yeah, that's fair.
Because, like, some of the drop rates on those items, like, at max item discovery with fucking, goddamn 10 soft humanity and fucking, like, all of, like, the fucking Chest of Avarice, fucking helmet, and the ring, still takes hours to get some items.
Well, the thing, I like the Soul series. I really, truly do. But it's a series that I'll never 100%.
I've 100%ed almost all of them.
Fucking drop rates, I have all the weapons.
The Dark Souls 3 Covenant achievements are fucking just... God. Getting fucking the top rewards for items of the Covenants, Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 3 were so fucking irritating, because the Dark Moon Covenants specifically in both games, because in Dark Souls 3, even though there were still players doing shit, no one wears the way of the, or like the blue protection fucking thing, so you never get summoned as a Dark Moon to fight anyone. So getting the ears is impossible. You have to fucking farm the knights in Anor Londo. I think I literally spent 18 hours fighting them to get those goddamn... Like, I leveled my character up to, like, level 500 off of them before I got all of the fucking Covenant items I needed. And in Dark Souls 1, there is one fucking enemy in the game that drops the Covenant item, because good luck getting fucking invasions as a Knight of the Dark Moon in Dark Souls 1. I think I've invaded... In the past, like, 10 years, I think I've invaded 3 people as a Blade of the Dark Moon in Dark Souls 1. So getting Dark Moon Blade, which is required for the Miracle achievement, is just fucking... Like, it took me so long farming the crows in the Painted World. It was the worst. But I got it. I did it. I did the thing. And I did it for all the cup. What?
Oh. The guy that gives you the Thompson Stone? The one right off the workshop?
You mean Patches?
Is that Patches?
Yes, Patches gives you the Tonsil Stone. He's in a window. He disappears after he gives it to you. So you're thinking of someone else. Because the next time you see Patches, it's in the fucking Nightmare Frontier. And if you talk to him there, you can encounter him in dungeons and he'll sell you things. That reminds me, I should go find the cursed version of the fucking Moonlight Greatsword. I don't remember what it does, but it's cool to have an item that's cursed.
I mean, yeah, I guess. You shouldn't pick up a cursed item if this is cursed.
It depends on what the curse is. Some curses turn out to be useful. Like in Dark Souls, if you're cursed, you can kill ghosts. Where do the ghosts go after they die? Who the fuck knows? I think they just disappear forever. I will say, ghosts existing in Dark Souls makes no sense to me because that's not how souls work. Souls are a physical item that you possess that when you die leaks onto the ground like a fluid. And it just sits there until someone else picks it up.
Yeah, that never made any sense to me.
Like, your soul is not you. It's an item you have.
That has never once made any actual sense to me.
Well, it's because you don't actually need a soul in Dark Souls. It's just a power boost.
Because you're not human, you're a thing.
Well, yeah, you're a fucking pygmy.
Never.
But humanity, the Dark Soul, if you will, it has different fundamental properties than the fucking brilliant souls in the game, the white souls.
Yeah.
Because the white souls, there's a finite number of them in existence. But humanity, the Dark Soul, it duplicates. It doesn't diminish when you make another one. So it can multiply infinitely, which is what's causing the universe to stop being, you know, on fire, I guess. Which is bad. I mean, if you like being able to see things.
Well, something you don't want the thing to be sold.
Well, I mean, the Age of Dark is the Age of Man. What?
It's a hitbox thing. I did something on the way falling down, so I fucking bounced off.
Good job. Did you die?
I did die.
Man.
Give me a second.
Oh yeah, remember to give the doll her hairpin. Then she'll have sex with you.
No, I don't think that's what she does.
I don't know. You don't know that. She becomes human when you give her the hairpin.
I mean, yeah, I remember that.
In fact, now that you're a squid, she'll have sex with you even harder. Whether you like it or not.
Oh my god.
I mean, Vicar Amelia's dead, so there aren't really many options for you.
Yeah, and we killed that one lady for the fucking umbilical cord.
Fake Yosefka?
Yeah, what?
Wait, did you actually do that?
No, I didn't do that in this playthrough.
Well then go do it. You need her fucking umbilical cord.
Well, look, I'm working on that. I'm grabbing this one first.
Yeah, you need to go to the fucking,
3 of them.
Yeah, do you have the fourth one?
No?
Well, then you need to go kill fake Yosefka, because you didn't save Adrienne, so you can't get hers.
Well, I mean, you save her and then you kill her.
Yeah, but you didn't do that. And actually, you just kill her baby, but the baby's linked to her, so she dies anyway.
That, again, also makes no sense, really.
Well, they're still connected by the metaphysical umbilical cord. Which implies that one of the customers she had sex with or shared blood with or whatever in her fucking brothel was a fucking elder god, which is cool as fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, damn. That's awesome.
Alright.
If only my clientele were so prestigious.
That also implies that... Never mind. But wait, wasn't that thing also bonded to H2000? Did we kill it at some point or not? Who's the thing?
Fucking, do you mean the thing that she procreated with, or...
Yeah.
I don't fucking know, who knows. Oh, I know what it is. It's, Odin, the guy, the chapel that we were all staying in, because that's Odin Chapel. She got preggers because she was fucking exchanging blood in the chapel. Because Odin is the formless one. It exists as like a mist in the air. So it probably contaminated her blood and made her pregnant when she was fucking giving you blood in the chapel. If I remember correctly, there's like a text description that implies that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that one up. I don't remember that at all.
I remember it vaguely from like a Vadi video thing or something.
An old hunter bone.
Oh yeah, that thing's sick. It lets you do flash steps.
Yo, hat, clothes, gloves, shirt.
Yep, you can dress like the fucking doll if you want, and will.
Hey, where the fuck is the hairpin?
It should be on the fucking shelf.
Oh, fucking blind over here. Yeah, it's here. Fucking losing my sight.
Losing my sight, losing my mind. Won't somebody come tell me I'm fine?
Is this doll supposed to be a copy of her?
No, that's her. That's her actual physical body. Remember, the hunter's dream doesn't exist. It's a dream.
So why did she become human?
Because you have insight. I mean, she becomes human in the dream because you're giving the metaphysical manifestation of her, like, physicality via your observation. It's kind of like Schrodinger's cat. Because you have power as a enhanced creature thing, you are giving her shape that she otherwise does not possess. She's real because you think she's real is the simple answer.
Schizophrenia.
But prior to all of that happening, she was just a fucking doll Gurman made to have sex with because Maria rejected him. That's the real answer. That is actually why she exists. That's why her and Maria have the same face. And also when we go find Maria in the clock tower, she's just sitting in a chair limp like a doll.
Did he kill Maria?
Maybe, I don't know. She's a fucking vampire, who cares?
I'm glad that despite the fact that the place is burning, I still can use all its abilities, no issue.
Yeah, no, it's just an aesthetic decal. As long as we don't stand in this exact spot, the bar will never burn down.
Alright. I got that one. Time to grab the fucking liar one. Woods, I think.
Oh yeah, for the thing. Okay, remember where go to the start of the village, you'll right where the gate is. Head to the left through a little field of flowers. There'll be a cave, and in the cave will be a ladder. And the ladder will go up to Yosefka's clinic. It'll be by some flowers and dog cages. You know how it is. If necessary, I can go there myself and take a video of it. So let me know if your brain is too squishy to find it.
Alright, it's kind of a good thing that it's anyone here ever. Because even before, when I first played this, I didn't realize what she was. She didn't know how to find in here.
Oh, Yosefka? I forget, there was some really good artwork of, like, freaky fucking, like, mutated Yosefka on the other side of the door. I forgot who made it. Where she's got, like, a fucking Cheshire grin on, like, half of her face, and the other half is, like, mostly normal.
Okay.
It's like, people thinking that she's not suspicious, like, she has a different voice actor, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, what happened to the real one?
Oh, she was murdered.
By the fake one or someone else?
Yeah, I think she turned her into one of those blue aliens. Because even if you don't send anyone to Yosefka's clinic, there's always one blue alien in there, which makes me think that she just turned her into one. Then again, it is implied Yosefka already had patients that the other one could have experimented on, because the reason she doesn't let you in at the start of the game is because she doesn't want anyone getting contaminated. Which is weird, because you start in the same room that you find fake Yosefka in later, which implies you were already in the clinic, but whatever. There's a lot of weird inconsistencies in Bloodborne that don't make any sense. Like, who the fuck is the guy who fucking signs a contract with you that turns you into a hunter? You never see that guy again. What's up with that?
I always thought that dude was one of the, like, old ones.
Maybe. He might be, like, a representation, yeah. How did you even get in Yharnam? You're a foreigner, as many people tell you. Yet, they're, like, you're in smack dab in the middle of the city.
Okay, so my thoughts on that have always been that you tried to get into the city for one reason or the other. Fucking, I don't think you were a proper hunter.
Well, yeah, of course not. You're not part of the healing church. You're just some guy.
Yeah. You just, but you make a contract with that dude, he turns you into, like, a hunter.
Yeah, you get the fuck. He gives you a blood transfusion. You get the cursed blood.
Yeah, so, like, he's more.
But yeah, you got some fucking extra tingles behind your brain or something.
Yeah, that's why I always do, like, an elder, like, either, like, an elder god or, like, representation of an elder god, yada yada.
Probably someone who was fucking big in Yarhar Ghul.
Yeah, exactly. Because, like, maybe, I always assumed that he might be something to do with the moon presence.
Maybe. Gurman appears to be the only one who's encountered the moon presence prior to... Because the moon presence is weird because it's not actually directly... it's not responsible for anything happening in the story. What the moon presence did was kind of perpetually extend the hunt artificially to give the hunters an ability to fight the monsters.
Yeah.
Like, because from the minute you wake up in Yharnam, you're already like one layer down in the dream. Because what it does is it basically plunges Yharnam into a dream so the hunters can fight all the monsters, and supposedly when they fought all the monsters, the place is supposed to go back to normal and leave the dream, but that's not happening this time, is why it's a big problem. Because, like, this whole thing when monsters come out and hunters kill them is supposed to happen semi-regularly. Like, it's implied it happens, like, once a week.
Well, I don't think that frequently.
Pretty frequently.
I know I'm
Because Gascoigne's daughter is familiar enough with it that she, like, comments on her dad goes out every, like, couple of days to fight the beast. So it implies that it's at least, like, a weekly or bi-weekly thing. At least multiple times a month.
Yeah.
It's a regular occurrence, at least. But whatever is happening now is obviously abnormal, and it's extended and both, like, it's much more severe than normal. But the only thing that happens when the moon presence is gone is the dream stops happening. Specifically, Yharnam theoretically goes back to being normal. Not like, you know, hunky-dory, but it's no longer nighttime and crawling with elder gods. There's, like, a degree of separation that's introduced again.
Yeah, but, like, even then, what's to stop this from happening again?
Nothing. Literally nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, because Yharnam itself is built over a bunch of ancient tombs for different, like, monsters and other crap. And they found some elder god blood and were like, I gotta get that goop inside me.
Yeah, I never understood what the fuck they were thinking.
Well, they found the elder goop, some dude touched it, was like, wow, I see beyond the sight of mortal men. You gotta try this. And then they did.
Dude, if I'm with my buddies and any of them tell me something that's stupid, I'm just gonna send them to
You need to drink this sarcophagus water now.
For the record, if you ever do that to me, I will send you into a home.
That implies multiple things, one of which being that I stole a sarcophagus from somewhere.
I mean, I'm talking about you. That's not out of the question.
What would I do with a sarcophagus?
That's something I would be asking you.
They're not even covered in gold anymore. All the cool ones have been stolen already.
Yeah, that happened a long time ago.
You gotta grind up your mummies for your extra protein. Ah, English people, you stupid bastards. Was he your king? Sorry, he's protein powder now.
You joke, but if someone actually said that, I wouldn't be surprised.
They did that! They took mummies and they ground them up into powder and snorted it like cocaine.
No, I know they did that, but if they said that, I wouldn't be surprised. Alright, poison.
Yeah, but poison's not nearly as bad in this game as it is in fucking the other games. Bloodborne's weird. It's the only one that doesn't go super hard on status effects. The only one you really have to deal with is Frenzy, and even then it's like highly specific. There's only like 2 areas in the game that you have to worry about Frenzy in. And they're all nightmare areas. The Winter Lanterns don't exist in the normal world. They are nightmare exclusives. Just realized this area is covered in ash. Like, that's not snow, that is specifically ash. Man, I was really excited for Night Rain to be like, oh my god, it's confirmation that Elden Ring is a sequel to Dark Souls. It's like, no, it's just a battle royale and they're reusing assets. God damn it. Because I saw the Centipede Demon and I was like, oh, cool, wait, that doesn't make sense. Well, I'm actually curious because the Centipede Demon was like a famously limited boss fight, and that they chose a terrible arena for it that didn't show off all its really interesting like move stuff. Like, you can dismember that boss into like 5 pieces, and they all function independently as different AI, and it's really cool. And I've seen that happen with some of the pieces, but most people just hack at its legs until it dies. So it'd be cool, like, but I'm also wondering, because if you just dragged and dropped that enemy into Elden Ring, it would be a piece of cake and it would look really janky too. So I'm wondering, are they going to retool all of the old bosses that they're using? Or did they just put them in a trailer as an example of, like, you'll be able to fight bosses from the other games then? Because, like, some of those older bosses, like, could be interesting. Like, Knight Alon would be fun to fight if a little thematically out of place. But compared to bosses of the same type in Elden Ring, he would be very, very basic and very janky animation-wise. So I'm wondering if they're going to recreate the bosses in Elden Ring's engine, or if it's just going to be like a hard copy-paste.
That would be hilarious. You know what I mean?
If they just drag and drop them over. Yeah, I wouldn't like that. Like, it'd be cool fighting them in a new context, but the problem with this new thing, whatever the fuck it is that it's said that there aren't going to be, it's not going to be like you're playing as your Elden Ring character with your customized shit. You're picking a class and you're playing it kind of like the Dark Souls 1 beta, where they had like Knight, Mage, Cleric, Solaire as their, and Dark Knight as their fucking like class options, and you got to pick one of them and you couldn't change anything about them. Yeah, it was kind of weird that Solaire was just a playable character in the Dark Souls beta. It was like Sun Knight or something, but yeah, you could play as Solaire. It was weird. But yeah, you're going to be picking a class, and the class will be like your basic, you know, archetypes. And then you can pick up different weapons, but there's not really anything else beyond that. So I'm like, this feels weird as like a thing. Like, I could see it maybe being like an arena mode in a larger Dark Souls game. Like, maybe you go to an area and there's like a special thing that happens, and like if other players are in the area, they get like auto summoned into the same. You know how in Destiny you could be doing a quest, and in the middle of that quest you could like find other players that are just around that aren't doing your quest but can help you out since they're still in the same physical location. Something like that. Where you just walk into an area and whatever players are also in the area will be summoned into your world, or like you'll be in a conjoined space and you maybe have to fight like the same boss that's there. Yeah, you'd be lucky to fit 5 people in that arena, never mind 50. But yeah, no, like for what Night Rain has been purported to be, it doesn't really make much sense to me as something like it feels like something a studio that doesn't understand From Software's game development process would order them to make using pre-existing assets. It doesn't feel like something they would have chosen to make themselves.
Can you prove that?
The only example I can think of that would kind of be in the same vein as this is every once in a while, in between Armored Core games, they would make an Armored Core game that was like a side game that was just like multiplayer fighting or like you fighting one-on-one fights with other ACs. It didn't have any like primary story thing associated with it. It was just like a side game. That's the closest I can think of. Like, you've got Ninebreaker and stuff like that. You know.
You have Solaire for some reason. It disappeared.
Well, I mean, yeah, but like Ninebreaker doesn't really have a story mode. It's just a series of consecutive like one-on-one fights until you get to the boss. And that's kind of similar to this, but that was in 2000 fucking what, 3 or 4? Yeah, 2003, on the PS2. And it made more sense as an in-between thing because it was like a prelude to Last Raven. Because you'd play Ninebreaker, and when you finish Ninebreaker, you get to keep all the parts you had in Ninebreaker and bring them into Last Raven. And FromSoft doesn't do the thing where you can keep all your shit from the previous game and just load it forward into the next one that they used to do. Which I think would be really fucking cool if they did that. If like, hey, you know your Elden Ring character? Just fucking bring them into the sequel. Fuck it.
That would be cool.
Yeah, because you could do that in Armored Core. It's like, hey, you beat Armored Core fucking 1? Go play Project Phantasma as your fucking souped up Armored Core from the end of Armored Core 1. And so on and so forth. You couldn't do it when they changed engines, but you could do it for like, you could go all the way from like 3 to Last Raven if I remember correctly. Maybe. I think Silent Line and Nexus might have had another break in it. But still, the point is, you could fucking take it pretty far. The last one they did that for was 5 and Verdict Day.
I think. Alright, I think this alien is supposed to be the original.
The original Yusefka?
Yeah, I think.
Damn, they made her squidgy.
She dropped her blood vial.
Yeah, that's probably her then. Damn. They turned her into a blue potato.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to use mine to fix the one I just dropped. Seems like such a fucking waste.
Yeah, I know, right? Because it's a unique item that's super valuable.
Yeah. Is there a boss fight? I don't remember.
Oh, and her thing? No. You just stab her in the face. If you came here earlier in the game, there would be a fight, like there'd be a confrontation with her where she would be like, hey man, the fuck? And then she would give you the opportunity to leave, and if you didn't leave, she would attack you. But you're far enough in the game that she should just be puking her guts up or something. Either that or tripping balls, I'm not sure. This area reminds me a lot of the capital in Elden Ring because of the noise in the background. It reminds me a lot of those horn blowers.
Yeah. Yeah, I see it. Seeks the pale blood transcend.
Yep, you gotta eat all the umbilical cords. You should have all of them now, right?
No, I haven't found her yet.
Oh, Yusefka? She's in the room where you started the game. She should be up a staircase that looks like the Resident Evil staircase.
I'm just boring. This is supposed to be wild. It's one of the reasons I love Bloodborne is just the aesthetic, you know?
Well, it's very grungy, which is not something that the Demon Souls had a little bit of that, but the rest of them are very much more fantasy oriented, whereas this is like the closest in time to the modern day as a fucking Souls game has gotten. At least, you know, first party one.
Oh, I can't wait. What the fuck are these notes?
Don't worry about it. That reminds me, we should play Ashen at some point.
What the hell's that?
It's a fucking Souls game that is designed specifically for co-op. Even if you're not playing with another person, there's always a second character with your character.
Alright, I killed her. I didn't even talk to her.
I think it was available fucking, on like a Game of the Month download a while ago. I don't remember if I got it, though. I have it on Xbox, but you don't. Remind me, I still need to find you an Xbox. I've been trying to find one. I found one for like $50, but someone fucking bought it before I could get it.
Wow.
I'm annoyed. I mean, I could get one for $80 pretty easily, but it doesn't come with any cords or controllers.
Oh.
Controllers is fine. You can use third-party controllers with Xbox, no problem. But the cords, it's like, if I'm going to have to buy them anyway, I'd want to buy one that has them already. Because you have HDMI cords. I don't need to buy you an HDMI cord. But a power cable for the Xbox is, you know... The Series X might use the classic 8 cable, but the Xbox One still uses one of those tri-cable things that everyone hates.
No, I'll find another one of those. Again.
What'd you find?
Just another fucking ruin. Whatever, but it's one that I already had. Oh, this is better though.
Yeah, if it's one that you already have, it's going to be a positive duplicate.
Go back up and get the fuck out of here.
You found the thing?
Yeah, I found it.
Okay.
Got all of those rewards. I'm gonna go eat them in front of the dog. See if she does anything.
She doesn't, but okay. Anyway, when you're done with that, come up to the... Because you got the key, so you can come up to the top of the cathedral ward thing. I'm going to go pee.